Hello everybody and welcome back to another video for Night Horde. Another update video. I know I haven't posted an update in probably like 2 or 3 days. That's because I've been taking a break because I got kind of burnt out on the development of it. However, I've decided to go about this a slightly different way. So I'm gonna go about development in rounds of sorts, right? So the last 7 updates were round 1, and this is kind of the recap video to see what I all accomplished in round 1 and what I'm going to accomplish in round 2. So, as you can see, we have our main menu with our bartender who looks menacing as all hell. We're gonna go ahead and press play, and we have our first class. And as you can see, I added the skills button, but of course it's grayed out because I haven't implemented that yet. We'll see if I get there during round 2. But let's go ahead and start the game, and boom. As you can see, the main thing that's different here is that all of my testing objects are gone, and I have finished the top of the castle wall. Another thing I finished or worked on was refining the movement. So there's actual fall animations and landing animations and jumping animations and that kind of thing. Jump. And there we go. Uh, and what I covered in probably the last video, so update day 7, was the build system that we have here. So you can actually build things and it'll get in the way. Last time enemies walked straight through there because I forgot to implement uh, the obstacle component of it. But if we do this, then hopefully enemies won't walk through here. And the first time of recording this video, the enemies were not stunnable, but now they are. And oh yeah, one other major thing I implemented in between last time and this time was a pause menu. So as you can see, the enemies pause and they stop, and we have resume, future for options, and then main menu. Main menu, of course, takes you to the main menu. Press resume, all the enemies get back into their marching positions. And yeah, and then we can go ahead and bring all the enemies here with their fancy new models and stun them all. Let's go ahead and start killing. And of course, one of the things I implemented from last time was a healing that you can heal yourself and also an AoE heal. There we go. Come on. But yeah, I'm super excited to see what I'm going to do with round 2. Let me just try to get through this round. Boom. Okay. That's the end of that round. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and pause the game there. Let's go back to the main menu. Chill out here. Also, so we can watch some of the funny animations I put in for the bartender. Oh, round 2 for development, which is gonna be the next 7 days or so. I think I'm gonna mainly focus on the multiplayer aspect of things, because one of the major things that I want for this game is that I want it to be multiplayer accessible. Um, yeah, I just mainly want it so that way you can join lobbies with private codes and things like that. That's one of the major things that I want to do. Um, so yeah, that's what I think I'm going to work on for the next round of development, the next cycle of development, I guess we're going to call it. Um, yeah, and so mainly that. I don't know if it's going to take the entire time. I honestly don't even know if I'm going to be able to finish all the multiplayer coding, if there is that much in this next cycle. Hopefully, I will be able to, and hopefully, I can get everything done for a big debut day. Um, but if I can't, then I'll just keep working on it throughout other cycles, but also try to give you something to show for cycle number 2. Besides the multiplayer thing, I definitely want to work on getting the options set up because obviously there's no audio for this game. So that's another thing is adding music and sound effects and things like that. So the monsters growling, the sword swinging, landing, footsteps, those types of things. Um, yeah, that's one of the major things I want to work on. Another thing I want to work on, this may be putting too much on my plate, but we'll see. And of course, again, we can push things back to another cycle or, yeah, push it back till later. But one of the things I also want to work on is the second class. So right now we have the knight slash healer dude who can do all that stuff. I also want to try to implement a block system for him, but that may be something for another day. Um, yeah. So we have all of that done and and so um oh yeah, one of the other things I wanted to work on, it may be too again, maybe too putting too much on the plate, is the second class. I want to try to get the archer class in the game and see if I can fully do all of their abilities and things like that. Let's go back to the bartender. Um, but yeah, I think that's all that I'm gonna try to set out to do for this next cycle. Again, I'm might be putting too much on my plate, but I'm trying my hardest to make my goals manageable, so hopefully I can actually accomplish them. So yeah, I'm gonna work on sound effects and music and multiplayer and a block system for the night and maybe the second class of archer. Let me actually go ahead and write this down. There's my favorite animation. Okay, so yeah, we have a couple of long-term goals for our second cycle, and hopefully a couple of short-term goals to work on throughout the next cycle. Um, but yeah, so a couple of the long-term goals, like I said before, the multiplayer networking and the archer class, and then some of the short-term goals being music, special effects, like sounds and things like that, options menu, and a block for the night. And so yeah, thank you so much to everyone who has watched these videos thus far. Oh yeah, I almost forgot the big major thing. You can finally wishlist the game. So I will have my Steam store page linked in the description below. Go ahead and click on it and wishlist if you're actually interested in the game. And of course, I'll be making announcements both here on my YouTube, on my Twitter, Instagram, my Twitch, everything, everywhere. I'll be making announcements of, more updates, and that's pretty much all I have to say for this time. Thank you again so much for everyone who has enjoyed these videos, watched these videos. Let me know if you want to see something in the game that I can implement later. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much again. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.